Big improvements to the Kansas Department of Corrections classification system are changing the way residents are doing their time. Classification administrators throughout KDOC are determining a resident's custody level using new standards set by the National Institute of Corrections. And those changes include separate coding for women, looking at prior criminal history to only 15 years, and counting the number of disciplinary reports, or DRs. The fewer DRs, the better.
Their custody is only going to be max or high medium if they are getting several disciplinary reports, and it's based on the DRs, the disciplinary reports that they are getting.
Making the system gender specific directly impacts residents at the Topeka Correctional Facility.
We were overly classifying residents, specifically the female residents, and which meant we held them at higher custodies and didn't allow them in the right programs in the right place.
Which meant for residents like 25-year-old Alyssa Garcia, who was scheduled to go home in August of 2024, she would never have enough time to get involved in a school program or private industry job.
When I was younger, so I've been here almost 5 years, when I was younger, like my age, it gives me points, and then I used to get in a lot of trouble. So it's like I'm 15 months DR free, but I was still high medium. So it was like now that I had changed, and it was like I was still being held back because of that. So now that I have a chance, I have a chance to go and get into school and do things that I didn't think I was going to be able to.
Another aspect that has changed, prior criminal history. Before 2023, a resident's prior criminal history stayed with that resident throughout the duration of his or her incarceration. Now it only goes back 15 years.
Those points can drop off, which can have a huge impact on a custody and really not hold those prior crimes that you've had against you long term throughout your duration of your incarceration. If you're doing more than 15 years, it's possible that some of those prior criminal convictions are no longer going to be scored in your custody, which is a huge benefit because usually you'll see change in behavior. Obviously, we still have the disciplinary side. If a gentleman's continuing to get disciplinary actions taken against him, those points will be scored for him, and we will probably manage them appropriately based on that. So you have the gentlemen that have those hard points that make a medium custody, and really when you look at the behaviors that they've exhibited while they've been incarcerated, they really probably could function in the minimum custody, and the only way for that to happen would be for somebody to recognize, hey, we should do an exception for this guy for him to be in minimum custody. There really is the opportunity for them to get to that lower custody level so they can continue their success, because there's huge changes from one custody level to the next. And then hopefully at some point they progress to Wichita work release and they come and join us and they get an opportunity to go out in the community, go use the transportation system that we have in place, and just continue to refine those skills that we've provided to them while they've been incarcerated.
KDOC is quick to remind all that there are still plenty of checks and balances before giving a green light to a lower custody level. For case managers, however, they see where the improved system is giving residents hope.
Hope is a really big thing. Like they've been so used to not having that. And you'll hear them talk about it, like you'll hear them basically use language that's like, I might as well as give up. Like there's nowhere for me to go from here. So when you can provide for them avenues that do give them hope, it really changes the way that they see their future, the way that they see their opportunities, and makes them much less likely to give up.
David.